Getting better. As I mature, I'm turning up the things on time. I'm on time for this Superbloom release party thing. Well, hello everybody. It is the 22nd here, and I know because of time zones, everyone has been listening and receiving my new record in all different times. And I see some people already got it, and that makes me like, I wish I was you. But also, I can't wait to see what you guys actually think of my work. And so today is really cool. So basically, because of COVID, and we've all been stuck inside, we've all been kind of changing our own personal game. Particularly for creatives and musicians, we kind of had to find other ways to celebrate stuff together in a safe way. So luckily enough, over the past couple of months, I've been able to form the most wonderful team of creatives to help me kind of put together Superbloom as a record and make it coherent and make it beautiful and visually stunning, and to represent me as a solo artist in the way I wish I always could have been, you know. So the fact that you guys have been receiving my music so wonderfully makes my whole team so stoked, and everybody who's worked on this really tirelessly. You know, I could rattle off a couple names who I want to thank if you're watching this before people dip off. Matt Pauling, I'm so blessed for our friendship, and you have taught me so much, and I am so grateful for you. I mean, we started the record in February, and you really bestowed a lot of light in me to grow and trust myself and trust my instincts and start to build upon my writing and lyricism and production. And you've been so patient with me from day one, because I was a stumbling child when it comes to production. But you always listen to my story and my narrative and what I wanted to get across in my music. Even though the ideas are so grand, I feel like we really nailed a record that talks about philosophy in a gentle way, that we're not forcing our ideas on people. I think it's in a way that balances between logic and metaphor. So I'm really proud of the lyrics that we wrote together. I'm proud of the music we made together. And Matt Pauling, everybody out there who's watching, Matt Pauling, man, we're blessed to have you. You're an incredible creative. Gianni. Now, I started doing some of the sketches for my record. I started kind of in the beginning, I would start to rattle off. I knew that I wanted to develop a visual, artistic way to influence my music. I wasn't very good at it in years and years and years ago, but over the past couple of years, especially with 5 Sauce, I've been able to identify my own artistic, illustrative style. So you see that with Skinny. You see that with the little demon man with the horns. You see that in so many other artworks like Greyhound and Sunshine, and kind of exploring that, but then realizing that, no, I should be collaborating on this. Luckily enough, I found Gianni. Now, I'm going to share Gianni's page after this, but Gianni is one of the most incredible, timeless, friendly, wonderful artists that I've ever had the chance to work with. So really blessed to have worked with him and built a respect and trust with him to listen to my music. He was one of the first people that heard it, and listen to the music and really immerse himself and project and kind of hand me back this amazing visual world that Superbloom could live in. And shout out to my managers, Matt Emsel and Ben Evans. I don't know if you guys are watching this. You don't usually watch this type of thing, but damn, you guys crushed. Thank you for believing in me. Thank you for letting me take the reins. Thank you for understanding this is such a different project to me. This is me really rooting down and trusting my own songwriting, and wanting to go on a little side quest, as I've been calling it. To my boys in the band, Luke, Callum, and Mike, I love you guys. You are precious and so darling to me. And everything, every tool I have, every lesson I've learned, you've been there right by my side, and I really appreciate you guys having that respect to allow me to go and pursue this kind of thing on my own for a moment. And I think we we'll shine even brighter than we have before next time we get back at it. Where do we go from now? I got a bunch of exciting shit. So I'm in this house that I rented in the desert. We're changing subjects. Rented this house in the desert because I'm like, damn, we need to celebrate. We need to show gratitude for Superbloom and everybody that worked on it. We need to show community. We need to make sure we're showing each other that we care about each other's work and the time we put into projects, because so often in life, these moments right now, 9 p.m. that I've been waiting for fucking months, will fly by real quick. So purposefully, I wanted to rent this house. I'm out in the desert right now. I just drove here. And basically tomorrow, we've all got COVID tests, and we're going to hang out together, the whole team that worked on the record. And I'm so excited, first of all, for safe human interaction. Second of all, just to give back to people and show them that I love them. You know, we're going to listen to the record, and we're going to, have a good time together, which I can't wait for. So first of all, I got some merchandise. Everybody who's watching this knows I fucking love creating merchandise and being a part of that kind of visual graphic design world, and finding incredible partners to make shit that you think's cool, shit that you understand, and shit that will age so timelessly, and help solidify the vision that we have that surrounds music. So right now, I'm kind of winging this, by the way, but right now, so I have my baby bag of merch. This is, we ordered these. They took a while to get to us. So anyone that's waiting for merch, I appreciate you, and you're wonderful. So we've got these baby bags, AI, with the big Superbloom on it. It makes me so stoked to see it and feel it in my hands, because this is kind of the first merch I've got to interact with. But, I knocked over my weed. I'm going to put this on in a sec, but this is one of my faves. And here, shout out to Ryan Fleming, who let me shoot in Callum Hood's pool. Thank you, Callum, for the pool. And thank you, Ryan, for the lens work. Down here, the actual Superbloom illustration was done by my mate, Kelly Shamey, in New York. And I know she's not watching this because she's cool. But, not that you guys aren't cool, but I'm sure she isn't watching my live stream. Kelly Shamey, thank you so much for making me such a fucking sick visual representation of my album name, Superbloom. And then on the sides, we got Gianni's artwork. I'm going to tell you guys which artworks are mine and which ones are Gianni's, because Gianni's are much more profound and metaphorical and philosophical and full of soul. Mine are mere doodles that I attempted to show you guys. But one of my favorite shirts that we have, I think it's called the Supernova shirt, is this bad boy. And I want you guys to wash this one 1,000 times so it looks cool. It's pretty illuminating at the moment. But once we get it faded and looking right, yes. You know all about that. And then last of all, we got this one. And a lot of people ask, is this Callum? No. Why would I put Callum on a shirt for my album? Doesn't make any sense, but I like your style. It's cool. This one is stunning and beautiful, and it reminds me of all of the positive light energy I poured into this record, not only for myself but you guys. I really wanted to release this also independently to some extent. I'm getting some help from EMI in Australia with the releasing my music, but I partner with Ingrooves, who are a distribution label, because I wanted my music to come directly to you guys. I thought that was really important for the type of music I made. It's not necessarily pop music, which I've been involved in for a long time. It's more rock influenced, and you guys have read and I've spoken about my influences a lot. But so that's how things are going. And I kind of like being really transparent about how I'm doing things with you guys, because I think it's important for you guys to feel its purity, and it's just pure creation. Because that's kind of the way I want to do this solo project stuff. I don't want to do anything else. Yeah. Keeping it simple, keeping it pure, and keep on writing songs that I love. And I'm just very blessed that you guys think they're cool. So every country, whoever is watching right now, I'm really blessed that you listen to my music, and I really appreciate you guys very much. Now, we could get to listening to the record, but the way I like to do things is I'd like to talk about the songs. I'm going to rattle them off. I'm going to talk from top to bottom about Scar all the way to Perfect Lie. And then I'm going to go listen to the record on my own. And you guys can listen in your bedroom or wherever you are. I'll talk about Scar. It's about my family. It's about if Lauren or my mom Anne Marie or Harry or anyone in my family is watching this at the moment. I love you so dearly, and I've been away for so long. But I really love you, and I think about you every day, and you're my main motivations to persist in my my songwriting and my artistry and just basic communication with everybody. Everything that I put out into the world is a reverberation of everything you taught me when I was a kid. And I love you guys. I love my family. So Scar is about some of the darker paths that life might take us on. But we can always bounce back as a unit, as a family. And that goes for you guys watching too. Not giving into that darkness and never taking that next step into the darkness, you know. Perfect Lie. Have you found what you're looking for? A second? I think. This is the first one. I've been rambling on about this for weeks, but this is the first song I wrote with Matt Pauling, and I became really, not obsessed, but I really liked the textures of the guitars and all these kinds of things in a band called Failure's Music, who they're definitely not watching the live stream either, but if you go listen to Failure, you'll hear some of the guitar influences and stuff, and just really working on where my inspiration was coming from, because I always love to use guitars in my music. That's just what connects with my soul and who I am as a songwriter. Have You Found lyrically is about busting open my mind. When I got sober, I stopped drinking alcohol. It was for many reasons. It was because I wanted to develop a lot of empathy and love for people, more than I already had. I wanted to get a kind of grip on my depression and anxiety, but I also wanted to open my mind even more in comparison to when I was drinking heavily, to kind of dull down the feelings and thoughts and whatever I was doing that for. But Have You Found What You're Looking For is me busting through to the other side and going, no, I will pursue clarity. I will pursue love. I will pursue all these things. I will live a life full of joy. And that's what Superbloom's pretty much all about, all encompassing. Live a life of joy. Choose yourself. Choose that lighter path and your intuitive path that guides you to true happiness as a human. So, Skinny, I don't know. I wanted to release this first just to put something out into the world that resonated with me so deeply that there was nowhere else to hide. You know, I want to be a lyricist and an artist that puts lyrics out there that are intriguing and heartbreaking or just vivid. That song, I've never really written a song with such logical, anatomic kind of lyrics that are very, I call them sharp. And that's, that chorus of Skinny is the first time I really enjoyed listening to my own voice back. I never sang on a song before, where I've listened to my voice and I go, damn, I sound good. 'Cause I'm still working on that as an artist. And how I record my vocal is really grown over the years. So Skinny is the first time that I fucked around with vocal doubling, one take, no melodyne, and really getting identical double takes and stacking my voice on a really beautiful microphone and singing in such a way that it really illuminates my personal tone as a vocalist. So getting into that shit was really exciting. So Skinny obviously is about body dysmorphia, but also discovering my own voice. You know, it's funny and profound how life works like that. What's next? Greyhound, fucking epic. You know, I kind of want Greyhound to blow the roof off wherever you're at. It has an incredible guitar solo done by the mighty Matt Pauling. That song, for me, growing up, I knew a greyhound trainer, 70 greyhounds on a farm, and I used to help him feed them, and then they would race them. And little did I know, didn't know much about animal rights when I was a kid. I wish I did. And later on in life, I thought, it's so fucked up. First, second, third, if you're not first, second, or third, yeah, the dogs would, not be a part of the race anymore. And I think I was comparing that, I wanted a concept lyrically that kind of went through, we work so fucking hard and we give our lives away to corporate entities. We give our time to people. We give our lives away to things that aren't always reassuring and refueling us as beings. We waste away and we work and work and work and get stressed and more stressed and more stressed, and then it's over. Greyhound for me is about finding clarity in what you're pursuing, why. The visual of Greyhound is just when you catch that fake rabbit as a Greyhound, if you're racing as a Greyhound personified, what do you win? What do you really win? So make sure you know what you're chasing, basically, and that's what Greyhound is about. Matter of Time is a beautiful song about imposter syndrome, and when things get good, don't destroy them. When things become, you get good feelings from things in your life, you deserve them. You deserve everything that is good. You deserve everything that is profound and joyful, and you deserve to have good things in your life, even though all of us have been through different struggles. So that's what Matter of Time is about. Accepting joy and letting it flood in when it does. Let me think. After that, we got Sunshine. Sunshine, let's talk about the strings just for a moment. The orchestral arrangement on Sunshine is fucking bonkers. Matt Pauling did such a crazy job. He said, I'm going to turn this shit. So at first, it kind of sounded like a Cat Stevens kind of song, if you guys are familiar with that guy. But he was like, nah, I'm going to turn this into a orchestral kind of masterpiece. And I went, okay, man, I fully trust you. Like, you're incredible and you're really impressive musically, and I want to see what you can do. So he went into his studio for about 3 days and came out with this masterpiece that is Sunshine. And I love the concept. Although the world is fucked up and it's dark at times and there are world issues beyond belief, I think Sunshine is all about encapsulating that you must spend time in your own body, enjoy being young, enjoy the simple things, enjoy the simplistic nature of your human existence every now and then. Although it is important to keep up and help other humans always. Make sure you spend some time with yourself, self-care, be with yourself, develop love in a kind inner dialogue in your own mind, and be kind to yourself. Yeah, there's a lot of great lyrics in Sunshine. I'm actually proud of that one. I think that's a good one. Next up, we got... I don't know why I'm doing it like this. I'm sorry. It just could have been a spoken word thing. I'm really fucking sorry I invited you guys to this. I don't know how else to do it, so I'm bad at these things. What's the... KK? What's the next song after Sunshine? The Sweetness, yeah, thank you. Sorry. Yeah, The Sweetness is next. I don't know, plain and fucking simple. If you feel like life is a constant uphill battle and you're dealing with depression or anxiety or anything, and you think you need to reach out for help, there's no fucking shame in that, man. You must get help. It's such a critical thing to do because you can recover, you can become happier, you can become more yourself at the end of the day. And if you do need help, I don't know if you need Ashton looking through a screen telling you that, yeah, do it, try it out. Because you can be brave and you can go, get therapy or speak to a counselor or find a friend and speak to them about the shit that's going on in your life. Yeah, we can talk about more in depth and the sweetness another time. Next is it I'm to blame?
Yeah.
Yeah. No, it's just drive.
No, it's I'm to blame.
Okay. I'm to thanks. I'm to blame. So there's a band called Deep Purple, and I don't know if you guys would really like this shit, but it's classic rock. And they have this song called Fireball, and it has one of the most banging drum intros. It's like one of the best drum intros of all time. And I wanted to have a song on my record that started like that, because you guys know me as a damn drummer. So I was like, we need to have a drum moment. Matt was like, yes, we do. That's why Matt was the right guy for the job. He's like, yes, we need drum intros. I'm like, what producer in the world could I fucking say, yeah, man, I would like to put drum intros in the song like it's the 80s. But I had fun doing it, and it's fucking sick. I'm to blame's about a mushroom trip. I'm to blame's about expanding your mind and blowing your mate's mind when you come in with some cold, hard facts about our consciousness or what we feel in our journey and growth as people. When you blow people's minds with some wisdom, or maybe it's not, because he who thinks is wise is not wise, but speaking to people from a truthful place and working all the secrets of the universe out. That's what I'm to blame's about. I showed you the light, and I'm to blame. It's not a negative thing. It's like we really busted through to the other side in a psychological sense. We worked it all out. We know what our purpose is. And I'm to blame. So, at the end, so to people that don't know what the concept's about, it purposefully says it sounds like madness to you, because the concept is kind of, I would call it whimsical or vague. Yeah, the next song, Just Drive, I'm not going to go super into depth, but this was a song for KK at the time. And her and I were experiencing loss, her in particular, and from a lyrical standpoint, it's a gentle song, but it speaks deeply about the simplicity of when you're in a loving relationship with someone. You don't always have to have the answers. You don't always have to have a solution to problems. You don't always have to have a cure for pain. You can just be there and be a friend and make sure you're gentle and soft for them and just, that's why it's so simple, that chorus, Just Drive. It's a simple thing that we do in California, where you just kind of you have so many places to kind of go to a lookout on Mulholland, or you drive to PCH and go to the beach or whatever, but it's simple things where you kind of work the problems out. I really like the lyric in that song, we can tie another knot between us and some hope. Because when you've run out, I feel like at our darkest moments, we need a friend or a partner or whoever it is to go, no, we're going to try. We're going to try get up, and we're going to try be resilient, which is what I do with you guys all the time, You've seen me kind of flow through almost a decade of my life publicly, and that's been kind of crazy, but it's a trip to think about. But yeah, I love that song. It feels really good. Just Drive into Perfect Lie? Yeah, sorry. It's only 10 fucking tracks and I forget. It's awful. Perfect Lie, I spoke about it with an interviewer yesterday for Rolling Stone in Australia, and it's about me growing out of songs that I've written in the past. Like, in fact, I'm pretty stoked today when I think about this song, but like a song, for instance, like Voodoo Doll, that I wrote with Callum when I was like 17 years old or some shit. It's like, I just don't dig that song as much as I used to, in the most gentle way possible. And it's like what my mom says to me, like, we release Youngblood, it's number one for 10 weeks in Australia, and she says to me, well, Gotta Get Out is still my favorite. And I'm just like, Damn it, you know? So we have to play those songs and we honor those songs forever, no matter how old they get. But Perfect Lies, me getting my teeth out and talking about kind of like the psychological resistance that I've dealt with in the past. In a poetic way, it's all emphasized and hyperbolized. So that's fucking Superbloom, man. It's amazing. I'm so grateful to share it with you guys, and I'm so grateful that you accepted that first kind of email that I wanted to send you guys when you entered your emails to my website. And you're like, yeah, I want to see what Ash has got going on. And I did a whole fucking record for you guys and myself. It's been a very freeing process, and I feel very happy. And I feel very proud of it all, and I'm so stoked. And if you're on my team and you've watched this, like, I'm so in awe of what we've created. I think it's a stunning record, and I can't wait to see what happens in the future with it. So I think that's good. I think that wraps it up. I think I can go listen to the record now. I think you guys should too. I think we should speak on Twitter about what I did right, what I did wrong, and then we'll make a game plan after that. But as far as things go, that's about all I've got to talk to you guys about right now. I'm going to go crank Superbloom on some speakers. I'm going to check in with you guys tomorrow, and then we'll talk more. But I love you guys very much. You're wonderful. And enjoy Superbloom as an album.